The book of Hebrews, chapter 11 and verse 6. But without faith, it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to the Most High must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. I'm going to stop right there. I want to start off as always by giving all praise, all honor, all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha, Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and who rule well, who taught us this truth through the power and spirit of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. And Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to the elect out there, whoever you might be. And Shalom to the 144,000. It's the brother Amar Padah from the GMS Denver camp, coming at you with a lesson in regards to the power of faith in Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, and how it's not to be underestimated. All right, our power comes from our faith in Yahweh through his son Yahweh Shai. And through them, we're going to overcome this beast system, man. We're going to overcome Esau, Edom, the 2/3, and the rest of these goddamn heathen, man. Though we seem to be outnumbered and overpowered in the flesh, but our battle is spiritual, man. And faith is no joke. And it's something that I've always been interested in, you know, since I started coming into the truth. Even before I came into the truth, I was always researching, you know, the faith of the men of the Lord, man. Like, what exactly is it? All right. And it tells you about it in Hebrews 11 and 1. Matter of fact, I'm going to jump down to that real quick. Faith is not to be taken lightly, man. All right. And here's the definition of faith right here in the scriptures. Hebrews 11 and verse 1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So faith is having that belief. All right. Belief in something that you can't see. That's what faith is, man. We can't see Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, but we know that he is. All right. The name Yahweh means he who exists, man. He is. That's what the name Yahweh means. All right, and our Heavenly Father Yahweh. All right. See, look, matter of fact, let me highlight that right quick. It says, you must believe, Salakia, let me fucking highlight it. You must believe that he is the existing one. The Lord is, man. He exists. He's there. And we're his witnesses, man, through Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai was the prime witness of the Heavenly Father, man. You see, you got to believe that he is. You got to know that he is. If not, then what are you doing? Okay? We're here because of faith. All right, we're here because we know that he exists, man. Okay? And it says without faith, it's impossible to please him. The Lord is like that father, man, that tough father that wants the best for his sons, man. All right? He wants us to believe in him and his might. We're not going to overcome Esau through our own carnal might, man. We have no power in our hands. We have to totally believe and have faith in Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, because he's the one that gives us victory in battle, man, no matter how much we're outnumbered. And there's many accounts in the scriptures, man. And I'm going to show you something really quick. There was a brother, Salaki, there's a video that a brother did recently, man. The brother, Salaki, brother, dang, hold on. Let me just go to his page really quick. Having a brain fart. All right, here it is right here. And his name is Ayash Amath out of GMS, Mississippi. At Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Barakatah. All right, that brother did an excellent lesson going into 1 Samuel 17 chapter. And that's where David defeats Goliath. All right. You see, and he titled this lesson, David versus Goliath, Faith versus the Sword. And as you know the story, the account, Goliath was a mighty man of war. And David was a young man, inexperienced, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to war and things like that. But he had tremendous faith, man, like no other. King David had faith on a super high level. And that's what got him the victory, his faith in Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. And we're reading about it to this day, man. And this story always pumps me up. When somebody goes into this, it just sparks something in me, man. And it should do, you know, the same thing to you true believers out there. Because we come in the stead of David in these last days. The Goliath is Esau, Edom. right? The so-called white race, man, who has their, gigantic military and all the weaponry and technology. All right. And we're just, quote unquote peasants in this society. All right. We don't have no military, nothing like that, man, to go up against Esau. We don't have nuclear missiles. But guess what? We have Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, the controller of all energy in existence. And this is a concept that we gotta really, really internalize, man. And only those with real faith can understand this. Faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is our superpower. It's going to give us the victory. All we got to do is believe that he's with us, man. And continue to do the right things in his sight. Okay? Now, matter of fact, I highly suggest you watch this video that the brother did. But I want to get a quick few verses from 1 Samuel 17. So, this is 1 Samuel 17 and verse 45. It says, then said David to the Philistine, all right, Goliath, right? He was a heathen, one of those dirty ass Hamites, man, but he was a very skilled warrior, and he was like huge, man. He was like a freakishly huge warrior that everybody was afraid of. Even King Saul was afraid of him, man. All right, everybody was afraid except David. Then said David to the Philistine, thou comest to me with a sword and with a spear and with a shield, but I come to thee in the name of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua of hosts, the power of the armies of Israel, whom thou hast defied. And Esau has done the same thing. He's defied our power, man. He's the biggest blasphemer of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua on the earth. Esau, Edom, the so-called white race, is the wicked. Okay? You see? So you see the similarity. Verse 46. This day will the Lord Yahweh deliver thee into mine hand, and I will smite thee and take thine head from thee, and I will give the carcasses of the host of the Philistines this day unto the fowls of the air, and to the wild beasts of the earth, that all the earth may know that there is a power in Israel. You see, King David was coming in a spirit of faith, man, like none other. All right. He said, fuck what it looks like. This man is defying a living power, man. He's defying our God, man. The very God that created everything and gave us life. He's defying him. So his ass is finna go down, man. And that's how we look at Esau. The Lord hates this damn devil. It tells you that in Romans 9 and verse 13. For Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. The Lord is not with these devils, man. He's just setting them up for the big, the big loss they about to take. Esau's about to take the biggest L in human history. Okay, so don't be afraid of his armies and whatnot and all his threats. We got to come in the spirit that King David was in, man, as the house of David. All right, real talk. So David was talking like, to this damn heathen. All right, like he should have been, man, because this damn, these heathen nations, all right, ain't shit to the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. No matter how big and tough they look with their militaries and whatnot, our power is over them. And when he's with us, who can be against us, as the scriptures tell you? King David knew this, man. Well, this is before he became king. All right, and you can see why the Lord made him king over Israel. That tremendous faith. All right, verse 47. And all this assembly shall know that the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua saveth not with sword and spear, for the battle is the Lord Yahweh's, and he will give you into our hands. And that's what we telling Esau, man. We telling these goddamn devils with all their military might and weaponry and swaying the planet Earth. We telling them that the Lord is going to destroy them, man. We prophesying all the time. We telling them to their face on the highways and hedges, week in and week out, that our power is going to defeat, the entire Edomite race, take them down, put them into captivity, and set us up underneath Yahweh Shai. That's exactly how it's going to play out. And Lord willing, we get to see this, man. We're in that time. We're in the time of Esau going down. All right? And we got to just see it in our mind's eye, man. That's a key thing to faith, is having a vision. You got to have the vision of the victory, because the Lord already gave it to us. We already got the victory through Yahweh Shai, man. All we got to do is play it out and move in faith. Okay, the Lord doesn't give a fuck about military might and weaponry. You see, David said that right here. He said, the Lord saveth not with sword and spear. So all you Israelites out there that are thinking that you're going to get, the victory over Esau with your carnal weaponry, because you got camps out there that go to camp with sticks, with guns at camp. And that's just a carnal mindset. That's a faithless mindset, man. Now, it's not a sin to have a weapon, but we understand that we're not going to be saved by that shit, man. Take a page from David, man. Okay? And he said this when he was a young man. And the Lord is going to deliver our enemies into our hands. We're going to get spiritual power. The Lord's going to raise a standard, as it tells you in Isaiah 59 and verse 19. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Lord's going to raise up that standard. He's going to give his men power to overcome. Just like he gave David power to overcome Goliath, man. This is no different. Our situation is no different, man. And it tells you in Romans 15 and verse 4, the things are written aforetime for our learning, man. We're supposed to read this and be like, yeah, the Lord is with us. Let's get it, Esau. All right? That's how we got to be, because it's already written that we got the victory, man. But anyway, matter of fact, let me jump to Hebrews chapter 3 and verse 12, because this goes in contrast to having that tremendous faith. This shows you what it's like to not have faith, man. The Lord is not with those who ain't believing in him, man. All right, here we had the book of Hebrews chapter 3 and verse 12. Now it says, take heed, brethren, lest there be in any of you an evil heart of unbelief in departing from the living power. So the Lord considers it an evil thing for you not to believe in him, man, through his son Yahushua. All right, he calls it an evil heart or an evil mind of unbelief. And those who have that evil mind of unbelief in these last days, you're not going to be defended, man. All right, the Lord's going to allow these damn devils to run through you, man. So that's how important it is to have faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua in the times we're in. Believe that he has the power to defend us. Believe that he can deliver you out of any situation, man. All right? Because if you don't, then you really don't believe in the Lord, man. You don't believe that he's the Almighty. That's not a good thing, man. So think about that on the flip side. Now I want to get Psalms 58 real quick. All right, this is one of my favorite songs right here. All right, Psalms 58. It says, to the chief musician, Altashith, Michtam of David. All right, it says, do ye indeed speak righteousness, O congregation? Do ye judge uprightly, O ye sons of men? Yeah, in heart ye work wickedness. Ye weigh the violence of your hands in the earth. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Talking about, the wicked being Esau, Edom. Okay, their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the deaf adder that stoppeth her ear, which will not hearken to the voice of charmers, charming never so wisely. Look, check it out here. It gets interesting right here. It says, break their teeth, O power, in their mouth. Break out the great teeth of the young lions, O Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai. Now imagine that, man. Imagine somebody, a man, punching a lion in the mouth and breaking all his teeth out. That's power right there, man. All right. In this psalm, they're calling for the Most High to break the teeth out of Esau, Edom, man. All right. The enemies of the nation of Israel. All right. And teeth represents power, man. It represents, violence as well, man. Because, with teeth, you chew somebody, you know what I'm saying? A lion will rip their prey apart with their teeth. And Esau, his teeth is his military. All right, the Lord's finna break them down. Verse 7, it says, let them melt away as waters which run continually. When he bendeth his bow to shoot his arrows, let them be as cut in pieces. That's right. When they come after us, the Lord gonna break their teeth, man. Verse 8, as a snail which melteth, let every one of them pass away, like the untimely birth of a woman, that they may not see the sun. Before your pots can feel the thorns, he shall take them away as with a whirlwind, both living and in his wrath. And we know that the chariots, right, those so-called UFOs, are the vehicles of the angels, and the scriptures refer to them as whirlwinds as well. Clouds, whirlwinds, the chariots. All right. And the Lord is coming with the host of heaven to defend the nation of Israel. He's going to defend us with the angels in these last days, as it tells you in Daniel 12 and verse 1. All right. And the brother mentioned that in his lesson, man, that he going to send Michael, the archangel, to defend us in the time of Jacob's trouble. All right. Verse 10, it says, the righteous shall rejoice when he seeth the vengeance. He shall wash his feet in the blood of the wicked. You see? That's right, man. The Lord's going to smite our enemies, and we're going to rejoice when we see the vengeance taking place. Now check it out. Here's one of my favorite verses right here. Verse 11, it says, so that man shall say, verily, that means truly, there is a reward for the righteous. Verily, he is a power that judgeth in the earth. And just like David said, he was calling on the Lord to defend, him against Goliath. He was saying that the whole earth is going to know that the Lord is a power in Israel. Well, guess what? We doing the same thing in these last days, man. The whole world going to see, man, truly there is a God that delivers the nation of Israel. The whole world going to know when they see these miracles being done, when they see the elect men having that spiritual power, being able to fly and do all manner of different miracles. All right. The Lord is finna blow the minds of the people of the earth, man, including us. All right. It is all to glorify Yahweh Bashmi Awashai. And here we have the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 20 and verse 4. Heavy hitter. For the Lord Yahweh Bashmi Awashai, your power is he that goeth with you to fight for you against your enemies to save you. All right. You might want to write that one down, man. Okay. This is heavy right here, man. This is a fact. These are facts right here, man. Yahweh Bashmi Awashai is the one who gives us the victory in battle, man. Okay. And even Judas Maccabees, he mentioned this right here, this concept. See, this is a concept that we have to get acquainted with, reacquainted with as Israelites in these last days. We're not just doing this because we ain't got nothing better to do. We're getting reacquainted with our power, the one that defends us, man, against our enemies. And we got great enemies that are coming up against us, man. You have to understand this. Speaking to myself first and foremost, man. But let's get that account in the book of Maccabees, where Judas Maccabeus was talking about this. All right, here we have the book of First Maccabees in the Apocrypha, chapter 3. I'm going to start at verse 17. It says, who when they saw the host coming to meet them, and the word host means army. So when they saw the army coming to meet them, said unto Judas, how shall we be able, being so few, to fight against so great a multitude and so strong, seeing we are ready to faint with fasting all this day? So the Israelites were like, Judas, how are we gonna defeat this great multitude that's coming against us, man? All right, being that we're only so few, we don't have that many soldiers. How are we gonna defeat this huge army that's coming up against us right now? That's what they were asking Judas Maccabees, right? Verse 18. Unto whom Judas answered, it is no hard matter for many to be shut up in the hands of a few, and with the Most High of heaven it is all one to deliver with a great multitude or a small company. Man, that's heavy. And that's the characteristic of a true leader, all right, in Israel. They're going to have that real faith, man. All right, they're going to motivate the rest of the Israelites, man. Judas Maccabees is that figure, man, in this situation. Okay, a mighty man of Yahweh Bashmi Awashai, full of what? Faith, man. Faith is that game changer right there, man. That's the big difference between the victory and, being defeated, man. That faith. All right. The Lord, man, he's controlling everything. So if we're doing the things that are right in his eyes to the best of our abilities, and he's with us, can't nobody defeat us, man. And right here, Judas says, it don't matter if we had a lot of people with us or a little bit. It's all the same to Yahweh Bashmi Awashai. He's the one that controls the victory. And he says it right here in the next verse. For the victory of battle standeth not in the multitude of an host, but strength cometh from heaven. The Lord is the Almighty. All right. He divvies out the power and the strength to men on earth. And us being his chosen nation, you better believe that the elect are going to get that strength to overcome in these last days, man. No matter how much we're outnumbered, no matter how much we're outgunned with carnal weaponry, we're getting ready to see the Lord do his greatest work in these last days. It's going to overshadow all the things that happened in the past. We're in exciting times, man, and you got to have that faith. Just know the Lord is with us, man. And he getting ready to blow minds out here. I got to get this real quick, all right? You need to have this in your mind as well. Write this one down, you know. And you Israelites that are watching these videos, you should be taking notes, man. All right, taking notes from the elder apostles and their videos, man. You know, because these things are very important for your salvation. Now, this is Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 2. Very heavy chapter, right? And it says right here, verse 1, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. So prepare yourself for hardships, right? But we're going to overcome, all right? Through Yahweh Bashmiel Shai. Verse 2, it says, set thy heart aright. It means get your mind right and constantly endure and make not haste in time of trouble. So don't be quick to run and turn your back on Yahweh Bashmiel Shai when things get shaky, all right? You got to constantly endure these situations we're going to find ourselves in, especially in the time we coming into, man. We're going to have all type of shit happening. We're going to be in different situations that look threatening. Well, we're going to call on Yahweh Bashmiel Shai. We're not going to depart away from him, man. Verse 3, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. And that entails all type of different things, man. Spiritual power, all right? Being saved from your enemies by way of miracles, all right? You see, the Lord's going to increase his men in these last days. He's already doing it on a lower level, but it's going to increase. That power is going to be given to those who really believe in him. We're not going to be in this low condition forever. He's going to increase us. Now, verse 4 says, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient with our change to a lower state. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. And adversity means hardship, man. All right? And gold is purified in fire. And Lord willing, we're that gold, man. All right, he's going to get all that bullshit doubt out of us in the time we're coming into. Because at the end of this thing, we're going to have faith like we've never had before, man. To the point where we're going to be able to do things that science can't explain. That's the power of faith in Yahweh Bashmiel Shai. All right. Verse 6, it says, believe in him and he will help thee. Order thy way aright and trust in him. You see that? And that's the thing that King David understood, man. And the great men of old who won those battles that seemed impossible, they understood that it wasn't about them. It wasn't about their might or their weaponry. It was about Yahweh Bashmiel Shai being on their side, man. All right? And when you come in the name of Yahweh Bashmiel Shai, can't nobody stop you. All right? So we're going to trust in him. We're going to believe in him for his help. Because without his help, we ain't going to make it. We need Yahweh Bashmiel Shai. All right? You see? Verse 7. Ye that fear the Lord, Yahweh Bashmiel Shai, wait for his mercy and go not aside, lest ye fall. All those who lose the faith because shit is getting hard, when they see Esau coming in with his militaries and they try to denounce Yahweh Bashmiel Shai, you're going to fall, man. The Lord is not dealing with those who turn coat, those who buckle under the pressure, man. So get your mind right now. Verse 8, ye that fear the Lord, Yahweh Bashmiel Shai, believe him, and your reward shall not fail. And the elect are going to be rewarded with that spiritual power to combat the enemy, to glorify the name of Yahweh Bashmiel Shai. Verse 9, ye that fear the Lord, hope for good, and for everlasting joy and mercy. You see? Verse 10, look at the generations of old. Right, look at our forefathers, man. All right. Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord, Yahweh Bashmiel Shai, and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? And the answer is no one, man. All right. The Lord always stepped up for those who believed in him, man. All right. Verse 11. For the Lord Yahweh Bashmiel Shai is full of compassion and mercy, long suffering and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins and saveth in time of affliction. And we coming into a time of affliction, man. Esau threatening to throw people in concentration camps, and they're going to bring the RFID microchip, and it's going to be made mandatory. And those who refuse it, could be facing the death penalty. All type of shit is coming. But guess what? Those are the times when the Lord steps up for his men that believe in him. All right, he always comes in, at those clutch moments, man, to show his might and his power to save in impossible situations. Verse 12, it says, woe, that means destruction. All right. Woe be to the fearful hearts and faint hands and the sinner that go of two ways. You got Israelites that are falling out of the truth in these last days. They're trying to fall back and go back to Christianity because they're scared of Esau. They're scared of the persecution. Right? They're double-hearted. They're double-minded, man, going two ways. And we on that straight and narrow, trusting in the Lord, man. It's going to bring us to victory. And they're going to be destroyed, man. Verse 13, it says, woe, it means destruction, unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not. Therefore shall he not be defended. And that's the point I wanted to make right here in this particular chapter. Those who do not believe in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai and his ability to defend us, you're not going to be defended. Because you don't have faith, man. The Lord's looking for those who have faith. And we read in Hebrews 11:6, it's impossible to please the Lord without faith, man. And faith is believing in something that you can't see. All right. Believing that he got us no matter what. No matter what situation we find ourselves in. We might be locked up in prison, concentration camp. We might be facing the death penalty, the guillotine. We're going to believe in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And in those moments, that's when miracles happen. But those who don't believe, you're going to fall victim to your evil heart of unbelief, man. And I have here the book of Psalms, chapter 44. I'm going to start at verse 1. Hey, look, 144. From right to left is 144. And Lord willing, we're of that number, man. Call Allah Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Now it says, to the chief musician for the song for the sons of Korah, Mashil. All right, it says, we have heard with our ears, O power. Our fathers have told us what work thou didst in their days, in the times of old. You see, going back to those old accounts, man. This is our history as Israelites, man. We're not regular people. We're a people that the Lord is dealing with, man. And our forefathers, they passed down these stories, these accounts through the generations, man. We're reading about it now. Okay. Verse 2, it says, how thou didst drive out the heathen with thy hand and plantest them, how thou didst afflict the people and cast them out. For they got not the land in possession by their own sword, neither did their own arm save them, but thy right hand, and the right hand of the Heavenly Father is who? Yahweh Shai. All right. And thine arm and the light of thy countenance. Salakia, in the light of thy countenance, because thou hadst a favor unto them, and the Lord has favor unto us, man. He gave us this truth, and Lord willing, we hold on to it to the end, man. That's favor, because the whole nation of Israel don't have this understanding. All right, but us as the hopeful elect, the Lord has shown us favor by bringing us into this truth, man. Verse 4 says, thou art my king, O Most High, command deliverances for Jacob. And we're asking the Lord to deliver us from our enemies. All right, we're crying out right now in these last days to have the Lord deliver us from the hands of Esau, Edom, and the rest of these heathen out here, man. Verse 5, it says, look, check it. Through thee will we push down our enemies. Through thy name will we tread them under that rise up against us, man. We're going to crush these devils, man. We're going to crush these devils through the power and spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And that's all that's going to happen for the elect. Esau ain't finna run through us, man. He going to get these 2/3 that ain't got no faith. But those who really believe in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, we're going to crush our enemies, man. How many times does the Lord have to tell you about this, man? He's going to make us those battle axes and weapons of war. All right, he's going to send angels on our behalf to defend us against these devils. And that's all that's going to happen for the elect, man. All right, outside of those who are going to be martyrs, all right, the majority of us are going to be delivered, man. Okay. For I will not trust in my bow, neither shall my sword save me. You see that? This is the concept that we must have, man. Carnal weaponry is not going to save us. It's not a sin to have those things. And, modern day sword is what? The firearm, your gun or whatever. But it's not going to save us, man. It's going to be Yahweh Bashim Yahushai like it's always been. Now it says, verse 7, but thou hast saved us from our enemies and hast put them to shame that hated us. And who hates us more than Esau, even the so-called white man? Nobody. All right, even these other heathen hate us. But Esau especially is finna get his ass whooped, man. All right, thus saith the Lord, man, in many different ways. He gonna put him to shame. Verse 8, in the Most High we boast all the day long and praise thy name forever, Selah. That's right, we're not boasting in our own carnal might. We ain't got no power. The Lord calls us worms, man. You know what I'm saying? Defenseless creatures. But when the Lord is with us, we can't be stopped, man. And that's why we boast. We boast in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Because it's all about glorifying his name and acknowledging his power. All right. So yeah, that's the point on that right there. And I got another account I want to bring out, but for time's sake, I'm gonna cut this one short. All right, I want to go into 2 Chronicles, the 20th chapter, because it goes into this concept as well. And Lord willing, I'll come back with another lesson going into that right there. But I want to close this lesson with this scripture right here. It's the book of Mark, chapter 5, and verse 36. All right. As soon as Yahushua heard the word that was spoken, he saith unto the ruler of the synagogue, be not afraid, only believe. Man, and that's from the words of, Yahushua himself, man. That's something that stuck with me ever since I heard this verse, man. All right. It's very heavy. The Lord Yahushua says, be not afraid, only believe. And that's the mindset that we have to have, man. And the majority of people, they don't have this type of mindset. We have to have faith on another level, man, above the people of this world. We have to believe in things that we can't see. And most people can't do that, man. Faith is a gift from Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And through that gift, we're going to overcome impossible situations, man. Just by believing on the Lord, man. All right. Yahushai, our master, all right, he told us this. So, it's true. We don't have to be afraid, man. We just have to believe. So I'm in this lesson right here. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha, Quadash. A double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and who rule well, who taught us this truth through the power and spirit of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai. Victory is all that's coming for the elect of the nation of Israel. A Kwame Yasharala in the Bible Ball. Shalom.